New heaven, new earth, new Jerusalem, new capital city, new, all things new. And in case you doubt that, you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't know if that's really true. You know, we get old and skeptical. And so God said, write, John, for these words are faithful and true. Is God going to make all things new? Yes, these words are faithful and true. If you didn't get an outline, hold up your hand, because I'm finally to it. And what is the fate of earth? Well, the promise we find in the Bible is that there's a new heaven and a new earth. There's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. Why? I'll tell you why. Because in my heart and in your heart, we are homesick for Eden, the Garden of Eden. You see, one reason I think we like new things is because new is pretty close to perfection. You know, you get something brand new and boy, there's no scratches on it. You know, it's just so close to perfect. And in our hearts, there's a desire for a perfect world. We'd like to have a perfect world, and we are homesick for the Garden of Eden. Every attempt at human progress has been an attempt to overcome what happened in the fall, to restore what happened in the fall. When man fell into sin, we lost so much, and we long for a return to paradise. This is not our natural state. We kind of get to thinking maybe it is because we've lived around it so long. And this is not our natural state. A world of death, a world of suffering, a world of crime, a world of poverty, a world of war. This is not our natural state. It is a result of the fall. History is filled with man's efforts to establish heaven on earth. We've got Roosevelt and the New Deal, and we've got Johnson and the Great Society, and Lenin and communism and workers' paradise, and now we have share of the wealth, and on and on. And in the heart of every person, though, is this longing for a perfect world. A perfect world. That's a great idea. It's a godly idea. But it won't happen without God. It won't happen without God. Jesus taught us to pray for a perfect world. He taught us in the Lord's Prayer to pray, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done where? On earth. On earth. As it is in heaven. Is His will being done on earth now? No, I don't think so. And in fact, the hope for this golden age is what kept the believers of years ago going. Look at this verse in Hebrews 11, talking about the believers of the past. For those who say such things make it clear that they are seeking a country of their own. And indeed, if they had been thinking of that country from which they went out, they would have had opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He has prepared a city for them. Notice what God is calling this eternal home He has for us. He calls it a country. He calls it a city. It's both. There's a marvelous city in a magnificent country. And He calls it new heaven and a new earth. Look at Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth. Look at Isaiah 66, verse 22. The heavens and the new heavens and the new earth which I make will endure before me. And then we see in the New Testament, 2 Peter 3. But according to His promise, we are looking for a new heavens and a new earth in which righteousness dwells. And then again we see Revelation 21, the one we saw a minute ago, a new heaven and a new earth. Wow. You see, when God created the heavens and the earth, He called them very good. Genesis 1:31. And then came the fall. But I want you to know, He's not going to just throw away His creation. God doesn't just do away with, no. He's going to restore it. He will not give up on His creation. The biblical vocabulary makes this clear. Listen to the words of the Bible. We hear these words: reconcile, redeem, restore, recover, return, renew, regenerate, resurrect. They are re-words, you know, with the R-E prefix. And it means to return to the original. God refuses to abandon the work of His hands. God is the ultimate salvage artist. He loves to restore. Oh, I forgot. I had a couple more pictures to share with you. Cindy, I missed them. Can we go back to them? Or can you do that? I don't know if she can do this or not. Oh, we can. We got it. You know, everybody likes new. One thing like people really like is new cars. You know, you just get in it and it smells new. Well, I don't care about new cars. I like old cars made new. And that's my 46 Ford. And you say, why do you have an old 46 Ford? Because my first car when I was in high school over here at Lincoln High was that. Just like that. A 1946 Ford. I paid $135 for it, you know. I paid a little more for this one. But, and so I like the old made new. And that's really what we're talking about here. Because God is going to make the old new. I have one more. I have that little truck. Look who's riding in it with me. You see him in there? That's my buddy Scout riding right next to me. He thinks when I go in that truck, he gets to go along. And I don't let him ride in the car because it has cloth seats. But he can ride in the truck, you know. And he knows whenever we go in the truck, he gets to hop in and go along. And so he likes that. But I like the old made new. Well, that's really what we're talking about here. Thanks. That was a good job, Cindy. We had to jump back to get that because I forgot it. That's what we're talking about. God is the ultimate salvage artist. He loves to restore to original. And not only to restore to original, but even make it better. And that's what he's going to do with this earth. You see, the earth is the Lord's, Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it. It's all his. And God doesn't throw anything away. He doesn't. Remember we talked about that last week when we talked about where are they now and the bodies we'll have and so forth. And God's in the recycling business. He doesn't throw things away. And he's going to restore this earth. This old world will pass away, Revelation 21 says. Does that mean it's going to be done away with? Oh, no. When people pass away, they're not done away with. No. They don't cease to exist when people pass away. No. They don't cease to exist. And they are raised to be that person all made new. And so earth will be raised and resurrected to be a new earth. Let me show you a verse here in Matthew 19. Peter said to Jesus, "Behold, we've left everything and followed you. What then will there be for us?" Don't you like Peter? He's so brazen. Probably all the other disciples wanted to ask this question, but Peter's the only one who had the courage to ask it. He said, "Lord, we've left everything to follow you. What's in it for us?" and the Lord didn't rebuke him. The Lord answered, "Truly I say to you that when you followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man will sit on his glorious throne, then you shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." Now, there's a word in that verse I want you to see. Jesus said it. When you have followed me in the regeneration. There's one of those R-E words. It's got that R-E prefix. Regeneration. Regeneration. When you have followed me in the regeneration. The word is renewal. It means renewal. It's palagenza in the Greek. And it means coming back from death to life. Jesus is saying the whole world is going to come back from death to life. And in that era, it's going to be a different era. I will sit on the glorious throne, Jesus said. And you see, mankind is destined to live on this earth to the glory of God. God made that originally in the first place. We dropped the ball. We messed it up. We fell into sin. The world has been under the curse of sin ever since, but God's not done with it. God's not going to say, "Oop, too bad, world, you're done. Earth, you're done." No, that would give the devil the victory. He is going to restore it to what it was before the fall and then some. And so we have the promise of a new heaven and a new earth. Number two, we have the purification of the new heaven and new earth. How is this world made different? How is it purified? 2 Peter 3:10. "But the day of the Lord will come like a thief, unannounced." He's not going to say, "I'm coming on this date, this time." No, unannounced. The thief doesn't call you up and say, "Hey, be ready, I'm coming by at 3 a.m. and steal from you." No, he comes unannounced. Jesus is coming unannounced. "The day of the Lord will come like a thief, in which the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the elements will be destroyed with intense heat, and the earth and its works will be burned up."